Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año felicidad. We are officially in the Christmas month, and many of us are firming up our holiday travel plans. For many, it is a time to travel upcountry and join other family members in the festivities. Today on Mint, we are exploring the real cost of traveling upcountry because here is where we make all matters money simple. Let's kick off December with ways you can save your hard-earned cash, spend it on what brings you joy to you and your family while investing it in ways that benefit you long after the party is over. Mint starts now.
Also on Mint, you shouldn't pay for this. From government services to opening social media accounts, here are things you shouldn't pay for. Cashing in on content creation, how Jean Ojiro has turned content creation into a creative pursuit and a business. Making Kids TV, on Boss Moves, meet Jeff Sean as he takes us behind the scenes on the making of Akili Kids.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest. Earn it, spend it, save, invest. Mola, kila siku niko chesa. Mola, make more bila stress. Mola, kila siku wesa. Mola, make more bila stress.
Every December, thousands of Kenyans hit the road for the great upcountry migration. Whether you're headed to Kisumu, Embu, Kisii, Mombasa, Nyandarua, or anywhere your roots call home, the journey itself becomes part of the ritual. People rush to book buses weeks in advance, scramble for affordable flights, or even rent cars to make the long drive with family. No matter the destination, the routine is the same. We all experience last-minute shopping for unga, cooking oil, bread, or sodas, city treats for younger cousins, and the classic stopovers for mahindi choma. On Money Moves tonight, we look into the true cost of going upcountry, the spending, the expectations, and the financial pressure wrapped inside a beloved Kenyan tradition.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest.
With the festivities at our doorstep, many Kenyans prepare for their trip upcountry. Each journey looks different depending on where home is. It dictates how often one makes that trip. To understand just how varied, personal, and sometimes costly these homecomings can be, we spoke to 6 Kenyans who shared their stories.
My shags is in Bondo. I go once every year.
My ushago is in Nyeri, and I only go there occasionally.
Ushago ni Kiambu, Githunguri. I went out like a couple times every month because it's really close.
I have 2 shagos, so one in Kisii, the other in Kilimambogo where I'm married. Embarrassingly, I go to Kisii about once a year because it's far and everything, and then in Kilimambogo about 3 to 4 times.
Me in Mnima, to be specific, from Nyeri, that's where I come from.
The thought of upcountry isn't just about the place. It's about the memories made, the sights, the smells, the shared laughs, and the familiar faces all come rushing back, and suddenly you remember why the journey home is always worth it.
My earliest memory, I would say, is when I was around 3-4 years. And okay, it was kind of different then because during that time there was a lot of socializing amongst my younger cousins and I, or those cousins of us who are the same age, or even the children in the neighborhood who were in the same age. So during that time, we would really interact a lot through playing, all that kind of stuff, exploring the countryside adventure. Nowadays, I would say it's kind of relaxed.
Going home comes with a price tag. Transport alone can cost anywhere from 1,000 Kenya shillings for a bus ride to over 15,000 shillings for a family flight, depending on the destination. Alongside this, there are gifts, groceries, and treats you're expected to carry.
Me and my cousins contribute some amount of money to the food that our parents, that's our uncles and aunties, buy to cook for Christmas and that whole season that will be there.
Sometimes we do go over the budget, especially if we've found new places to try out. For example, we are going to Kisii and we realize maybe there's a new restaurant or somewhere fun that you can take the kids. So of course we go over the budget.
Even with careful planning, many people find that the trip ends up costing more than they expected. Unexpected stops, last-minute purchases, extra fuel for detours, or simply trying to meet everyone's expectations at home can push the budget well beyond what was originally set. What starts as a calculated expense often turns into a lesson in how easily going upcountry can stretch your wallet.
Sometimes I do have a budget, but after the holidays, I usually realize that I overspend, and sometimes it's something that you can't control.
By the time the journey is over and the holiday excitement fades, the reality of all that spending starts to sink in. For many, that's how January creeps up, but it doesn't have to. Here are a few practical tips on how to soften the financial blow and avoid starting the new year already struggling.
I think just planning better, spending your money more wisely during the festive season. You don't have to buy everything, you don't have to go everywhere. But again, I think saving up for the festive season throughout the year is something that could help.
Mistake kubwa ya Januari inakuanga najua salo ya deck wingia just before Christmas. And so a lot of people will splurge during those 10 days, maybe 5 to 10 days. Utakuteka budget yako yote ya January into those few days. Budget early. Save up for hiyo sherehe. In that case, ile salo utapigwa ya deck iweze kukuserve January yote.
I usually work backwards, so if I know by December I need probably 60 or 100,000, I'll divide that amount by the number of months I have, then start putting aside something every few months. Pay even the school fees in November, or just setting it aside on a money market fund. Make sure you pay rent very early. If it's food, buy the cereals, boil them, put them in the fridge. That will save you a lot in January.
As they shared these money-saving tips, one thing became clear. The journey home isn't just about costs, planning, or avoiding January. It is about something much deeper. The annual migration holds a cultural weight that can't be measured in shillings. It's a connection to roots, to family, and to identity.
The family relationship, the extended family, it brings the family together. Unlike when we are far away, far apart, because it's during this kind of visits to the countryside that you get to have a closer time with your relatives, with your extended family.
Did you know that at one point in time, people paid to open a social media account or update their phone? Yes, it sounds like a foreign concept now, but not everyone understood how online services and sites work. And many relied on cyber cafes to help them navigate these simple services. There are those who are still paying for services that should be essentially free, and today on Mula Hacks, we explore what they are and how to save money while at it.
Every day in Kenya, people unknowingly pay for services that should essentially be free. With the high cost of living, it's important to spend on things that really need payment. For things that you can do yourself, you can save a lot of money and hustle, but just knowing how to do it yourself. Let's break down some of the most common ones so that next time you keep your money in your pocket. The first item is government services. At Huduma centers, information and most forms are free. But guess what? Right outside, brokers sell those very same free forms at a price. Even government job application forms you see online, free to download. You only pay the official application fee if one exists. There is no need to pay a random middleman at a cyber cafe who doubles the price. From getting a KRA PIN, filing nil returns, applying for passport, driving license, among other government services. You can do all this from your smartphone or laptop. There's no need to pay anyone to do it for you. The other thing older people are duped into paying for is downloading apps or updating them on the Play Store or App Store. This is a free service so long as you have internet connection. There is no need to go to a cyber cafe to update your phone applications. Moving to transport and utilities. At the matatu stage, especially for those traveling upcountry, brokers sometimes collect fake booking fees. Truth is, there's no such charge. You should only pay when you board. If you have some issues with the power or you want to get a connection, there are some people who might claim you need to pay to get application forms. Thing is, application forms and meter reading are free. The only payments you should make are official ones at the office or via M-Pesa paybill. Don't slip money to the field agent for reconnection. That is how corruption thrives. Same thing with jobs. No legit employer asks you to pay to be shortlisted. If someone says pay 1,000 for training or processing, that is a scam. So let's recap. Huduma forms and online applications, free. Downloading apps, free. Kenya Power forms and meter reading, free. Booking a matatu, free. Getting power connection, free. Applying for jobs, free. Do not let brokers, imposters, or corrupt staff trick you into paying for what the law already provides at no cost. Because in Kenya, money is hard enough to earn. Do not spend it on fake fees.
At a time when the cost of living continues to rise, many Kenyans are unknowingly spending money on services and products they could get for free. From everyday services to simple hacks, you can save a lot of money and hassle by just knowing how to do it yourself. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Coming up, Making Kids TV. Jeff Sean takes us behind the scenes on the making of Akili Kids.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest. Moolah, kila siku waste that moolah, make more bila stress.
Welcome back to Mint, where we explore the world of personal finance, making it simple and relatable for you. Whether you're looking to earn, spend, save, or invest, we've got you covered.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest.
They say you have to spend money to make money, and Jean Ojiro's journey into content creation is a perfect example. Behind the polished images and videos is an influencer and model who takes the business side of content creation seriously. She has invested her savings into upgrading to high-quality equipment, maintaining a stunning wardrobe, hiring professional videographers, and keeping up with her image. All this has paid off, turning content creation into a career that pays her bills and supports her parents.
Chances are that you've probably seen her on a billboard, a fashion runway, or come across her on your Instagram feed. Jean Ojiro began posting videos on YouTube in 2016 with short dance clips and gradually shifted to travel and lifestyle content. So far, she has amassed over 50,000 followers on Instagram and is part of the rising wave of influencers who have turned content creation into a profession.
My friend and I had gone to have donuts and I think cocktails at Donuts World. And I posted a photo and I believe I tagged them. And then they were like, oh, we should do something. So I had a giveaway that I did there and a bit of a meet and greet. So that was actually not 2019, I think it was 2018, and I was so excited. Right now, when I say how much they paid me, let me say it was 5K. It wasn't a lot, but I remember for the giveaway, they paid me 5K and something else 5K. I said 10K. Nime arrive.
Her first big campaign was in 2019 with Zaron Cosmetics, a company established in the UK which launched its operations in Nigeria. At that time, Jean had only 4,000 followers and participated in the Nairobi campaign. When it ended, she submitted a proposal to the company to renew the partnership.
So when we renewed it, they sent me to Nigeria to shoot the second campaign because the brand is based in Nigeria. So when I got that job, I knew that Kayende, this is something that's lucrative and this is something that's really going to work out for me.
Since then, she has secured other brand deals and is currently an influencer for EABL's Johnny Walker.
That's my longest running campaign, 3 years and counting. How I landed the job was that an agency called Wowzy recruited me to be one of the influencers. So they reached out, we got into an agreement, and so far we've just been getting renewals.
But long before she became an influencer, Jean, who is 5'11", started her modeling career after finishing high school. She had always aspired to feature on billboards and in commercials, and after moving from Kisumu to Nairobi, her sister signed her up with a modeling agency.
For the longest time, modeling was my main source of income. Before I got into content creation, then content creation kukaanza kukaa vizuri, so now I'm more of a content creator than a model.
While content creation is lucrative, Jean quickly realized that being an influencer meant spending money to make money, which meant investing in quality equipment.
I began my influencing career with a phone that was a gift, so essentially that was free. But then I wanted to upgrade to an iPhone. And guys, I remember I bought that iPhone with all my savings. I remained with 0 bob, and I remember that it was an iPhone 6S and I bought it at 30,000. Then after some time, I invested in a ring light, which was 18,000. And then gradually, as I started saving, I think now 5 years ago, I bought my camera, which is a Canon EOS M50, and I bought that at 59,000. After some time, I upgraded my phone to a 14 Pro Max. But of late, all my big partnerships, I make sure that I hire a videographer because they come with everything. The lighting, the quality is crisp, they have the best cameras.
She also incurs running costs for makeup, clothes, and her house, which she keeps aesthetically pleasing at all times for shoots, as she considers it an investment in her personal brand and professional content creation. Maintenance Day, a day dedicated to beauty appointments such as hair, nails, and lashes, is a pricey part of her routine necessary for maintaining her public image.
Maintenance Day is so important. You have to look good because in this line of work, you can be called anytime.
Jean has been in the game long enough to know that brand deals can fluctuate from month to month, so her rate card and money management skills need to be in check.
So the thing about me is that I'm really good at managing my money. And I learned this from my mom. Like when I was in school, I used to get 100 bob for break/lunch, and every day without fail, I would save 20 bob. So if I could save 20 bob from 100 bob, this took me to my first job where I was earning 6K, and from the 6K, I always saved 2K. So now when I make more, it's so easy for me to save more. Right now, my rate card, if it's a smaller brand, the amount that I'm able to take, the least amount that I'm able to take is at least half of my rent. And if it's a bigger brand, it's up to 4 or 5 times of my rent. Immediately, I save like 50%. So then I do whatever I need to do. I pay my current rent, I pay my fees. Influencing is really lucrative for me because I'm even able to send my parents support.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest.
With a 52-year career in making television, Jeff Sean has seen it all. But it is his latest venture, the co-founding of Akili Kids, Kenya's first 24/7 free-to-air children's television channel, that he counts as the most impactful. Launched 5 years ago, Akili Kids, which was rebranded to Akili TV, currently boasts of an audience of over 7 million children. In this week's Boss Moves, Jeff breaks down the successful journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, and reading superheroes, I would now like to START, start the play!
I'm Jeff Sean, co-founder and CEO of Akili Network that launched Akili Kids in March of 2020. I've had some really great jobs over, it's been a long time. Since 1973, I've been working in the business. And the best job has been Akili TV. And that's a tribute to the people here, and in a way having impact that we had no idea that it was going to be so great. In college, I majored in economics. On my last year, I decided to do a film. So I had a film course. That's what inspired me to decide to abandon economics and pursue a career in television and film. I began at the very bottom as a gopher. One of my very first jobs out of college was working for some programs for Sesame Workshop. It's fun to do things for kids. I mean, there's the fun part because you can have a sense of humor. It's not too serious, but also you see the impact. There was a moment after working really every weekend for 6 months when suddenly we're alive in Kenya. And that was 3 weeks after all the children in Kenya were sent home because of COVID. So you can kind of imagine the first free-to-air channel with good content for kids, and we're suddenly there. So that was, a moment in time. We applied for a TV license at the time that Kenya was moving from analog to digital terrestrial television. It was, in fact, a request from someone who was working on Vision 2030 back in 2012, who contacted my partner Jesse, who we knew, about how could we come up with ideas to grow the creative economy. So that actually is what led to us doing some thinking, our first trip here, and then realizing that we could apply to get a TV channel. When we were originally doing the business plan, something I would often say is, oh, I feel like I'm cheating because I've seen the answers to the test. So coming into Kenya with a niche channel, something just for children, people were going, well, that really? You're going to do that? I remember in 1980 in the US, nobody understood that if you narrowed your content offering, it would be a destination for anyone interested in sports or for kids or for news. And so coming here, we thought, well, it's the same thing, but I know it's going to work because there was a gap in the marketplace. There was no free-to-air, 24/7 channel just for children. Our very first investor was a couple, Kit and Jerry Laborn. Jerry built Nickelodeon. She was someone who also put in money, but also gave a really good bit of advice, which is what you're creating is a destination, a safe destination for kids. One, particularly when you look at children, and you're going to have content that has some learning outcomes or educational component to it. Visual is super important. We also now are doing events for kids. So last one was over 5,000 parents and kids. So we do believe that there's more to just watching TV, but at least when you're watching on our channel, you're always learning something. We have 35 full-time employees. We have around 7 people who are working as contractors, whether interns or part-time people that are essential to our work. And then on top of that, we are supporting more indirectly people who have created content that we air on the channel. The gap that existed in Kenya in terms of no good children's educational entertainment programming exists throughout sub-Saharan Africa. We are in the process of raising a large round next year, which will allow us to go into other countries. One thing that I realize is my superpower apparently is I'm tenacious and I don't give up. So, don't give up is an important message. But I also think if one is looking to create content, do the research, see what else is out there, see what it is that's going to make what you do unique or fresh, new, different. I think that one of the great things right now in terms of creating content is the cost has really come down. And the quality that you can get using a phone is pretty amazing. So it's really then about what is an audience interested in? What story are you going to tell them? What is it that is going to resonate with an audience? Kenya has a future that is going to be good, and I would love to be part of growing the creative economy, specifically around animation, because I think there is the talent here, and the rest of the world is hungry for Kenyan stories.
Akili TV is built on the tenacity and effort of its founders to sustain their vision of offering fun, great content for kids, which is what captivates audiences across generations. This shows us that finding a niche in the creative economy is a valid dream we can all aspire to. That's it for this episode of Mint. We hope you're living with fresh ideas about investing, spending, and what it takes to keep going as an entrepreneur, and maybe a new respect for flair too. For more information, visit mint at mula.co.ke or tv47.digital. Stay safe and keep minting. Until next week, I'm Lydia Nyawera.